So as all of you know, I made a bunch of videos about Black Ops 4 back in 2018, just kind of talking about the Black Ops Pass, Blackout, and my impressions of the game itself. And if you remember, almost all of it was pretty negative. For a long time now, since probably Infinite Warfare came out, I've been pretty critical about Activision and their business decisions with the Call of Duty brand. I grew up playing these games. Hell, my first COD was COD 3 on the original Xbox back in the day, so you could say I've been supporting these games for quite some time now, almost 2 whole decades. Most people would come to the agreement that the series started to suffer from upper management in Activision after the golden era of the franchise, which is usually considered to be COD 4 up to Black Ops 2. And after 2012, the franchise really started to feel more and more like a cash grab, especially after Advanced Warfare introduced the loot boxes into the game. And while they were much less offensive than the later games in the series, and even certain EA titles that I'm going to go unnamed, it was a huge push towards a strong monetization on the multiplayer side of video games. Personally, I think Black Ops 3 had it the worst out of them all, but Infinite Warfare had such a bad launch and is literally one of the most disliked gaming videos on YouTube. People were at a point with these games where we wanted change, especially during this time, considering everybody wanted COD to be boots on the ground again. Needless to say, Activision has been slowly but surely building a very bad reputation for themselves within the past few years, letting that golden era of COD get to their heads and making them think that they're untouchable. I'm sure that you've all heard the news recently about the state of California filing a lawsuit against the company. I'm going to post a lawsuit on screen for you guys to read because I don't necessarily want to say it in the video because I get a bad feeling that YouTube might not like hearing me say some of the things listed in this lawsuit itself. But I'm honestly pretty fucking disgusted by it. It's really, really disgusting. There's almost no words that I can come up with to explain how I feel other than it's just kind of horrific. Just hearing this part of the lawsuit itself was enough to stop me from playing Black Ops Cold War. Not that I was playing it much before, but that's a different discussion for a different day. And you know, something that's crazy to me, ever since all of this has come out, I did log into Cold War a few times just to see the new stuff that they added, you know, whatever. And almost all of the playlists are empty. Almost all of them. There's almost nothing you can play now except TDM. I'm having tough times finding anything other than TDM at all. It's almost always more than 5-minute wait times. This game hasn't even been replaced by World War II Vanguard yet. Not even close. This may be one of the fastest dying Call of Duty games I've ever seen in the 17 years of me playing this franchise. People are dropping it faster than I've ever seen, and that's pretty monumental for gaming right now, because I think people are finally tired of having Activision fuck over its player base, especially now with all of the allegations being tossed around since the lawsuit surfaced. There's many other allegations being investigated as well, including discrimination against the female workers in terms of payment and job positions, where they would make the women work harder than the men while they would just basically dick off and do whatever they felt like, while also being paid less and having to deal with sexual harassment while in the workplace. This next one is also something that got a lot of attention because screenshots of Blizzard devs were leaked of them inside the Crosby suite, where they had framed a picture of Bill Cosby above their hotel suite's bed while all of them acted as if they were praising him. Listen, edgy humor is fine. I'm not sensitive to it. I make dark jokes constantly. But the difference is, I'm not actively sexually assaulting women. Well, these devs are literally in the middle of a lawsuit and think that it's funny. How do you do that? Why do you do that? I have to go off script here because I'm just blown away. I mean, like I said, dark humor is completely fine. It's okay. I think people are too sensitive about it. But in situations like this is what makes it fucking bad. This is what ruins it. This is what makes it have such a bad taste in people's mouths. Because you have people that actively do it and make these jokes, and it makes everybody that don't do these things and are just trying to be funny with their friends look worse than they are. This is the shit that ruins it. I can't understand how you can do this in the middle of a lawsuit. Right in the middle of it, you're still going about it. You're still making these fucking jokes. You're still talking about it. You're acting like nothing's even happening. When you are the face of this company, your job is on the line. Your life is almost on the line too, because nowadays you can't get away with stuff like this with social media. Once this is out there, your life is ruined. No one's ever going to forget it. It's just impossible. You just can't. So why are you doing this in the middle of this fucking lawsuit? Your friends are probably never going to talk to you again. Your family's going to be disgusted in you. And if they're not, I'm fucking surprised. And I hope I never meet them too, because that's pretty fucking... What the fuck did they raise you to be like? Shit. Anyway, after the internet caught word of what's going on, about a good week after, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick issued an apology. And here's what he had to say about it. Our initial responses to the issue we faced together and to your concerns were, quite frankly, tone deaf. It is imperative that we acknowledge all perspectives and experiences and respect the feelings of those who have been mistreated in any way. I'm sorry that we did not provide the right empathy and understanding. I'm not going to try and pronounce this guy's last name, but Mike sounds like something Irish, I don't know. Also issued his response to everything happening with the company, and here's what he had to say about it. I'm going to warn you, this is a lot longer than what Bobby Kotick's was. This is a good bit here. I was at Blizzard for 28 years. During that time, I tried very hard to create an environment that was safe and welcoming for people of all genders and backgrounds. I knew that it was not perfect, but clearly we were far from that goal. The fact that so many women were mistreated and were not supported means we let them down. In addition, we did not succeed in making it feel safe for people to tell their truth. It is no consolation that other companies have faced similar challenges. I wanted us to be different, to be better. Harassment and discrimination exist. They are prevalent in our industry. It is the responsibility of leadership to keep all employees feeling safe, supported, and treated equitably, regardless of gender and background. It is a responsibility of leadership to stamp out toxicity and harassment in any form across all levels of the company. To the Blizzard women who experienced any of these things, I am extremely sorry that I failed you. I realize that these are just words, but I wanted to acknowledge the women who had awful experiences. I hear you, I believe you, and I am so sorry to have let you down. I want to hear your stories if you are willing to share them. As a leader in our industry, I can and will use my influence to help drive positive change and to combat misogyny, discrimination, and harassment wherever I can. I believe we can do better, and I believe the gaming industry can be a place where women and minorities are welcomed, included, supported, recognized, rewarded, and ultimately unimpeded from the opportunity to make the types of contributions that all of us join this industry to make. I want to mark the leave on this industry to be something that we can all be proud of. Almost none of this is genuine, I guarantee that. They're all putting this out to try and damage control the situation for Activision and Blizzard because right now they really need it, especially considering that the employees there staged a walkout and they are refusing to work, meaning all of the games that they are working on are not on schedule and are falling behind very quickly, which is going to lead to a huge loss in profits for the company, especially considering how many people are already boycotting their new games right now. I've personally not touched anything that Activision is currently working on. I don't want to support a company that actively stands by what they did. Hell no, and I'm going to say it again, it's fucking disgusting. Again, going off script, it is literally just fucking damage control. I guarantee these people do not feel this way at all. They've known about this for a long time. They've known this has been going on. There is no way they turn a blind eye. They've known. And the fact that they've known makes it worse. Because this has been, at the very least, been a few years. We know this for a fact. Lord knows how long it's genuinely been going on for. I mean, these companies are old as shit. Activision they fucking made Pitfall on the Atari, man. And I know they ain't the same CEOs from back then. I think the CEO there now, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked it up, but I believe he started with like COD 4. Actually, Call of Duty in general. He was brought in to save the company because they were going downhill. So yeah, I believe that's when he came in. So if we go by just common fucking sense, I would guess it's all kind of started back then, or it began at that point. Can't confirm it. This is all just my assumption. I don't know. But that would make sense to me. And listen, I know that people say this every single year when a new Battlefield or Halo game comes out, but I honestly feel like this year might be the year that they actually do kill off Call of Duty. It's actually a possibility right now, especially with how good both of those games are looking. And hell, we haven't even heard anything about the new COD that's supposed to be coming out in a few months. Not even the official title of the game is coming out yet. As far as we know, it's just World War II Vanguard. We don't even know if it's a World War II game. That's just a rumor. It's just a leak. We don't actually know. And if rumors are true, and this game is not ready for release, I guarantee it's not going to come out this year at all. And if it does, it'll probably be the worst COD game we've ever received. Personally, I think I'm done buying COD games because Black Ops Cold War did nothing but drip feed us recycled content like we're fucking hamsters. The skill-based matchmaking makes the game take a quarter century to find some shitty 200 ping lobby, if it finds one at all, because the game is dead as hell. It's nothing but head glitching because of the camo challenges. Its meta is super flat and doesn't require much skill outside of fighting with a shitty fucking aim assist. There's still bugs in the game. It's been there since day one. It's a bitch to run on PC for most people still. I feel really bad for the Treyarch devs too, because Activision doesn't even let them make the game that they want to make, especially now knowing how Activision runs the company. Fuck them. Even Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer devs are standing up against them now, and it's kind of nice to see, to be honest. I've been waiting for this to happen for a couple years, and it's finally happened. I can't express, and obviously this is a very bad circumstance, but I'm almost happy that it's finally coming out because it shows how bad Activision really is, and it's finally being said. I'm glad they're finally getting called out properly for all of this bullshit. I really am. But anyways, guys, I'm going to try and start working on another video right after this one. I got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of news in the gaming community going on right now, so you guys are probably going to see me soon. And also, make sure to spread the word on social media so we can get Activision shut the fuck down, because I'm tired of it. I'll see y'all in the next one.